Okay, a little demonstration here. I got the the rotating table. I just stuck a piece of bar stock in there and put some weight on it just for turning capabilities. It's all put together now. The motor's in there. I got it hooked up to a jump box for right now. That's a 12-volt motor, and what we're going to do is just get a little show you a little demo. I don't have any variable speed on there yet. I will be putting a rheostat type thing on here, but just to show you what we got. This little motor has 3 speeds. This, I think, yeah, this is the slowest right here. And you see that turning now. Put the rheostat in there, I can slow it down. But, and then another switch, just to reverse it. Goes both directions. Just have to reverse the leads. Just throw a switch and it'll reverse it. That's a little faster speed. And I think that's probably the same speed, only in reverse. So yeah, a little faster there. But primarily I'll do the turning with the rheostat. So that's the 4-jaw. And now this plate will get some 1-inch bar stock on each side, and I'll put a bearing on it, and this will swivel, and it'll give me 90 degrees, so it'll be facing straight out or flat. When I set up, I'll be cutting up some framework for it here shortly. Okay, I just want to show you the functioning of it so far. dummy. It's the paint. Once I can see, I can see. Oh man, it's the paint. Roller in there pretty good that time. I'll put more and do the other side. Oh, by the way, this is the welding table, the welding holder. Frame. This piece ground a little more paint off on it. Better penetrate in a second. Piece there. Get some of this. Take this out. Out where I can grind on it a little bit. Too much. Meat on that one hand there. table's got kind of dented over the years, I think. Alright, now we're going to mount the table here. Controls back here. This will give a little stability to it if there's a big load in front. It's coming together. Let's get back to cutting. What we're going to do, this is a plate for the, turn it off for right now. What we're doing here is, I've got 4 holes here that are, they're going to be threaded, quarter 20. While I was at it, I made these other holes. This hole and this hole are mounting holes for 7/16 bolt, and this hole is, let me get the bearing here. See where I'm over here. This is where this is going. This is just a setup on here. This is duplicate of the plate right here that I have on the rotary head mill. This 1/4 inch plate is going to be the inside. Almost lost that one on my foot. That's going to be on the inside. This bearing will be mounted inside the 1/2 inch plate. I'll cut that out on the rotary over there. Then the shaft hole will go into this 1/4 inch piece back here, and there'll be another 3/4 inch plate over here that'll go diagonal. So I'll use 2 of the tapped holes here and 2 of the tapped holes here. Then the big holes go down here for putting this, I'll thread the 7/16 bolts into here. And this in turn will hold the rotary plate that goes this way. Now I'll show you where this bearing, is going. I'm going to cut this hole here. I don't really have to, but I'm doing it right now because it's easy. I'm going to stick a 1/2 inch roughing end mill in here and bring it out to size, or just undersize. Rotate the head. That'll trim out the bearing hole. Then I'll put a smooth end mill in there and finish off the cut, so this bearing will sit down in there. And then I'll duplicate the same plate on the one that I've got set up over there. Okay, so we're getting it back at that now. The humming in the background is the rotary phase converter that converts a 220 single phase to 223 phase. Then I feed it into a transformer that I've got hooked up backwards that generates 480 for this mill here. This mill has its motors were converted, so it has straight 480 on all the motors inside, so it needs 480. So we start out with 220 single phase and we end up with 480 three phase. All right, let's okay. I get tired of cranking, so I put the this beast on there. Okay, there's 125. Now that's centered. And here's what the problem is. Okay, I have 1, 5, 7, 5. Is the size of the bearing. I have to do some calculations here, so shut this off for a minute. Now, we're about 5,200. Make sure that you can see what's going on here. I'm moving the head 520 thousandths out. Then I'm going to engage the rotary and it's going to turn and create the circle. So it's 100. Okay. 120 to go. We're up on 500 right there. Now we need 20,000. 5, 2, 1, right there. Right. Now, need the rotary feed. Right now, which is A, B. It's about the slowest speed we got. I think we'll go ahead and leave it there since we're cutting half-inch stock. Better look at that. See the head is rotating. Well, it's doing that. It's cutting. This is a half-inch piece of stock that it's cutting right now. The thing loves to eat brushes. I love this machine. This is the funnest machine. Okay. Now we're basically down to, I'm using I took out the roughing end mill and put in just a straight half-inch 4-flute, a little smoother cut in here. And we're basically down to I need 575 and for the bearing, and I'm at 564. So I'm going to take I need 11. I'm going to take, I don't know, like 13, I guess, on this thing. It's been cut, and I've got a couple cuts, and it's that'll give me some clearance. Let's see if this can be the final cut then. Let's see what we got here. Mighty close. Burns under there. Yeah, right there. Okay. Yeah. Yep, let's feel the 5,000s. Fortunately, this is only going to be turning about maybe a half a foot a minute. This is strictly for stationary, but at least I'm getting to know the machine better. Okay, now I'll get the other one and set it up in here. So we can do the same thing all over again. Nice move. I pulled it out, and I'm deburring the holes. And I go, what? Where's the one? I didn't drill all the way through. Actually, I missed that spotting hole there. I got the others, but I never went back to that one. Must have got distracted. Put it back in there and drill that hole. Alright, I used the Silver and Deming's drills to cut out this 5/8 hole in these plates. This is the first one. Okay. Now the shaft will be going in from this side. This plate will be on. The shaft will go through here, and that'll hold the bearing in place, keep it from moving that direction. The shaft will be going through here, and then there'll be these two holes will be taken up with 1/4 inch 20 volts. Then these two holes, I'll put a plate across here that'll hold the outside. It'll be the butt of the shaft and the bearing. Just a little 1/2 inch plate here to hold the bearing in place, and then the rotation of the welding holder will be in here. So this is the last of this one now. So I got one done. I got one to do. I'm making a rod for the table on the welding holder. I got a 5/8 by 8 Acme nut. I'm going to weld on a plate, and then I'll use this rod to adjust the angle on the table. This is just a piece of hot rolled 5/8 rod. We'll see how this turns out. I don't know. It seemed like a good idea. I'm going to have to use this for a cutter here. Take it on this off. I ran out of space with the live center. This tool insert holder is banging into it, so I'm going to come back this way a little bit. Back to zero. It looks good. I have to get the depth, 1/2 of the pitch. I don't know exactly what that is, but I'll take a minute here and go figure it out. living in the 80 here, so I think it's about 100, I'm not sure. But let's check that out. I'll be back. It wobbles when it doesn't have the steady rest in there. All right. I knocked off the tops a little bit here to test it, and that wasn't necessary. It was just, I just had to keep going deeper. I didn't, it's right. It'll make a nice, I'll weld this, weld a plate on here, and then that will move the quadrant for the welding table. Okay. Clean this one up.